dates, starting dates, completion dates, or whatever. We'll go over that with the Public Works Committee. But in light of the fact that we only had the one bid, and it was $170,000 over what we'd estimated, I guess my recommendation would be to reject that bid, and we'd return it to them and get together with the Public Works Committee and set up a date to rebid it.
So in other words, we would not even want to address this resolution and just not vote on it at all, with your recommendation of not accepting it?
Not in this form. You just reject the bid.
Okay.
Do we change the form, Carter, or just not?
I was just thinking about that. I was trying to think procedurally how we got to the point where tonight we just approved the specs in form of contract, but we bid it before we approved the specs. How did that happen?
Well, we received the proposals so that in the event that had it would have been a proposal to go ahead with after the hearing and the resolution approving the plans and specs, then they could award the contract without having an extra meeting.
Okay.
We've done that in past projects for the last 10 years, I guess.
Well, I would say I think the way all you really need to do is rebid it. You don't have to do anything new, because tonight you've just approved the plans and specs anyway.
Right.
Yes.
So
if we don't even
really,
vote on this or make a motion on it, we can just let it go.
so what you do is you probably, the way I would reject the bid you have, since you gave notice that you would, since you did bid it out, and the recommendation is to reject the bid, I would formally reject the bid tonight, and then after that, since it's the way it's posted, I would then recommend, whoever whatever, when that, assuming it gets rejected, maybe it won't get rejected, who knows, whatever, you're the politicians, but if you reject that bid,
I think it'll be rejected.
I think you will, but
We might vote on it, yes.
Then he may have $170,000 in his pocket. I don't know.
But assuming you reject it, then I would just make a motion that you direct Mr. Crawford to rebid it. I think you have all the paperwork done, so just
The way this resolution is worded, though, I'm wondering if rather than a rejection, if we strictly just do not make a motion and vote on it, period, that automatically rejects it, since it's only one to begin with.
I'm kind of. I was looking at the bid notice. Let me reread the bid notice, because I think it said that you would either. I think the bid notice said you were going to act on it tonight. Is the problem that I see?
Not acting is acting.
But either you got to reject, or I think the bid notice said you can reject or accept the bids tonight, though.
Couldn't we just make a motion to do this, and then everybody
Just
vote no if there's,
strictly choose
or, vote however they want to, but if we all voted no, that would turn it down. We did this one other night, we made a motion to do something, but then we voted it down. Like, why can't we do the same here tonight? If we want to vote it down.
Reject the bid and
No.
authorize?
No.
No, we're just voting on whether to award it,
Okay.
the same as it's written
As
right
it's
here.
written.
Could I make a motion that we award it and
That's
second,
the-
and we could vote? Did you make the motion?
As we
I'm
just
sorry.
did. He made a motion for us to
second.
award it. You can do a second,
Okay.
and then if you all say no when we call your name, then it's rejected. Got you all clear as mud there, don't we?
You can vote yes.
Okay, we have a motion by Hill, seconded by Brown, to accept the contract. Roll call, please.
Dallenbach?
No.
Brown?
No.
Holland?
No.
Linus?
No.
Vaughn?
No.
Hill?
No.
Motion is rejected.
Really dangerous.
Then I'd recommend someone move to rebid it if they want to.
Well, just the recommendation that John makes that we turn it back to the Public Works Committee within the next, the next month or so.
Yes.
I mean, if we're talking about spring bids.
Fall bids, possibly.
Okay.
So because it was rejected, the plans were approved, but the bid was rejected, it goes back to the committee to finish up and bring it back to the city council.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
one question is, at some point, if the bids keep coming back higher, I mean.
Turn it away.
do we-
Yeah, I ain't doing it.
You just turn it back, we turn the
Give to the
grant back.
highest bidder then.
Or we see if we can apply the grant money elsewhere, because that's
I don't
been known
think-
to happen.
Bob, I
Maybe
don't
take
think
that
we can
grant
tell that
money
by
by
just one
4 or
bid.
5
I mean,
boards.
you know, is the bid high or is it low, you know? So, I
Well,
think we
mean,
gotta have,
We're
I
talking
think we've
about
gotta have 2 or 3 proposals to be able to,
to know whether the estimate
yeah,
is.
to see where
Yeah.
we're at with it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think, and then procedurally, we'll just make a motion at some point, or the council could put it on the agenda for the purpose of terminating the project and returning the grant money. If you
That's
ultimately
what
get to
comes
that
out.
point, that you can't
Mhm.
bid it out, we'll just handle it later,
Right.
clean it up that way.
Okay.
Thank you, Tom.
Thank you.
Resolutions. Motion to adopt a resolution authorizing and approving the purchase of the ACH direct deposit module from Data Technologies totaling $1,250. I think I addressed this in my notes, the fact that we realized because we pay out all our payroll for our city employees as direct deposits, this is the software needed to make those direct deposits, and it was not caught when we did our purchase for changing to Data Technology. So this gets us our final piece and continue to, do we have a date that we're looking at possibly doing that changeover? Because we started.
Yeah, we're gonna do general ledger, bank recon, accounts payable, receipts is gonna be like August 11th through the 14th, or 10th through the 14th, something like that, and then the payroll module will be migrated August 20th and 21st.
Okay.
Barb, do we have an idea when they'll be completely migrated, or is that still up in the air?
Still up in the air, because then after that, then when they've got those modules all balanced and us migrated, then we're going to do building permits.
Okay.
So, probably looking at into September before we get that module migrated.
We already got that module.
But my intent is to terminate the other the Tyler contract as soon as possible, but I don't wanna terminate it too soon.
Right.
And so, do you
We'll
think,
probably know more when they are here
Right.
the first week to migrate, so
So,
we can keep you apprised.
and I think I have time under the contract to, I think it seemed to me it was a 90-day notice or something like that, so I have some time, but what I'll do, council, is when we know a due date, when we know a date for complete migration, I'll terminate the other contract effective then, and then that will be when I start fighting them about, whether we owe them any more money or not. They did send us a request for payment under the current contract and
For annual maintenance.
for annual maintenance, and I think we're just gonna ignore it for a while, kinda like they ignored us for the last 3 years. And see if that works.
Gets their attention. Okay,
Motion.
motion by Hill, second.
Second.
Second by Holland. Roll call, please.
Brown,
Yes.
Hill, or Holland,
Yes.
Lilius,
Yes.
She's
Vaughn,
catching it.
Yes.
Hill,
Yes.
Dahlma.
Yes.
Contagious,
Those
isn't it?
iridescent red Brian leaves.
Good thing you guys aren't sitting next to each other. We'd really be in trouble.
Ah, yes.
Number 4, motion to adopt a resolution authorizing the TIF rebate payments for the second half of fiscal year 2013-2014. And I think my notes said that Barb would take care of this and explain it.
These are our second half TIF rebate payments, and, as you all are aware in your TIF debt report provided by Spear Financial, we make annual tax increment finance payments to, developers that we've entered into contracts with. So this is the second half payment. We usually make the first half in November and then the second half in May.